Round 2 is here for Real Housewives of Potomac's Jassi Rideaux, and she's not holding back. After her breakout debut last season, Jassi returns for Season 10 with lessons learned, new friendships, and a whole new energy. When asked what she learned from her first season that she carried into the new one, Jassi laughed. The biggest lesson from Season 9. Show up on time, and whatever seat you're in, take it, because it's going to be a wild ride. And she wasn't kidding. The Potomac ladies are known for bringing the drama, and Season 10 promises no shortage of that. But for Jassi, this time around, the experience was smoother. You know, Season 10 for me felt like being a floater, she said. I felt so good coming in this season. I'm in a new era, my wife era, my boss era, and the energy I'm bringing just felt incredible. She reflected on the difference between being a newcomer and returning with experience. Season 9, you're figuring everything out, she explained. You don't know who's who, what's really happening, or even what you signed up for. You're just trying to survive. But Season 10, I figured it out. I came in confident and ready. Of course, every season brings new alliances, friendships, and inevitably, a little bit of chaos. When asked who she bonded with most this time around, Jassi smiled knowingly. I've bonded with so many people this season, she said. Honestly, they might get jealous if I start naming names. But one person I'll shout out is Angel, one of the newbies. We've built a really good friendship. Jassi explained that she felt protective of Angel, wanting to guide her through the whirlwind that is RHOP. I kind of took her under my wing, she said. I told her, let me show you how it goes down in Potomac, okay? Because I don't want you to be as shocked as I was. You might get kicked out of a charity event. But hey, at the end of the day, it's still for charity. Laughing, she added, we can always hash things out later, maybe over caviar or champagne in a Sprinter van. That's how we do it. But this season, Jassi isn't just managing friendships, she's also balancing newlywed life. Yes, I'm officially in my wife era, she said proudly. My husband recently got traded, so the commute's a lot better now, only about 50 minutes, instead of traveling back and forth between the DMV and Dallas-Fort Worth. Still, she admitted the transition wasn't easy. It was hard because we had just gotten comfortable with our routine, she explained. I was used to going back and forth to Maryland, and suddenly we're packing up and moving to Foxborough, Massachusetts. But honestly, I'm so grateful. Watching my husband do what he loves has been such a fulfilling experience for both of us. Of course, fans remember that last season, the timeline of her husband's past relationships stirred up plenty of gossip within the group. So, how did he feel watching that play out on television? Jassi laughed but stayed candid. He thought it was ridiculous, she admitted. For us, and for our families, there was never any confusion about our relationship timeline. But when I got with this group of women, suddenly everyone wanted to be confused. Honey, she said her husband took it all in stride. He was a little taken aback, but he's the kind of guy who just rolls with the punches. He told me, babe, you're fine. You don't need to explain yourself to these women. We know the truth. But I told him, well, maybe I do a little bit. They're trying to understand who I am and what my situation is then. In classic Jassi fashion, she dropped the mic. Look, just like their ex-partners had a past, so did mine. When they were dating their exes, I don't think they were too concerned about any timelines either. Boom. When it came to her wedding, fans were curious. Would it make the show? Jassi grinned. Well, let's just say timing was everything, she teased. We had to plan it around my husband's football season. He's busy most of the year, so we only had a few months where we could really spend time together and plan something special. That's why we had a June wedding. It was perfect. And yes, viewers can expect to see some of it. You'll probably get to see bits and pieces of our wedding this season, she confirmed. It was such a beautiful moment for us. But this is the Housewives, after all. So were the ladies on their best behavior during her big day. Jassi burst out laughing. Do the ladies ever behave? She joked. Have you seen this show? No, they never behave. They act a plumb fool every time, no matter the occasion. Pressed to name names, Jassi hesitated before giving a playful answer. Oh, that's hard, she said with a laugh. But if I have to pick someone, I'll say my girl Stacy was a little ill-behaved this season. She smirked and added, is she telling the truth this season? That's the big question. I think she is, but we'll just have to wait and find out. Through it all, Jassi seems to be taking everything in stride, balancing her career, marriage, and the unpredictable world of reality television with her signature grace and humor. When asked how it feels to have survived another wild RHOP season, she grinned. "It feels good," she said. "Every season teaches you something new about yourself, about the people around you, and about how to handle the chaos with style." Jassi Rideaux is more than just a friend of She's proven herself as one of the most dynamic and relatable figures in Potomac. Her confidence, humor, and honesty shine through every time she's on screen as she enters this new chapter. Jassi says she feels stronger and more self-assured than ever. "I'm in my element now," she said. "Season 10 was all about confidence for me, being grounded in who I am, showing up authentically, and just having fun." And while she's known for her quick wit, she's also deeply thoughtful about how she represents herself on screen. "You have to protect your peace," she said. "Reality TV is fun, but it can also test you. I learned to focus on what really matters. My marriage, my family, my happiness, and let everything else roll off my back." As the Real Housewives of Potomac enters another dramatic, champagne-fueled season, Jassi Rideaux promises plenty of laughs, a few unexpected friendships, and yes, her fair share of shade. But through all the ups and downs, she's staying true to herself. At the end of the day, she said, "I'm here to enjoy the ride, no matter how wild it gets." And when asked what fans can expect from her this season, Jassi's answer summed it up perfectly: growth, glam, and a good time. "I'm bringing all of that energy, and maybe a little caviar, too,"